Brothers and sisters, we are out here on a lovely morning. Take a nice deep breath in with me. Hold and release. One more deep breath. One more deep breath, okay? Hold and release. How do you feel? Do you feel good this morning? That's what I like to hear. Feeling good is a good thing. If you don't know the time, I'm here to tell you the time. Always believe in yourself. Brothers and sisters, I have something very interesting that I want to share with you. Now, I'm gonna entertain the idea, but I'm not here to tell you it's factual. But I'm also not here to tell you it's not factual, but I'm also not here to explain it to you. I'm just here to explain what I know. It's quite interesting, to say the least. Okay, so let's start with this. Numbers. Let's play the numbers game. I want to explain something to you. Now, this is for you to decide whether I'm telling the truth or not. Let's just say I probably am, but there's only so much details I can give out with this. So, look at the numbers at your front door, okay? What do we call that? Your mailing address, right? What if I were to tell you that this was a system made by a particular group of people that invested a lot of a lot of time and effort into making a whole guided system for people that is, let's explain it, let me put it in terms of a code. That's what it is, it's a code. So let me explain something. You are able to, if you know the code, what does this stand for? 1%er, okay? Shout out to my 1%ers. If you are able to understand the code, if somebody hands down a little bit of gifted knowledge, or you're able to figure it by yourself, more power to you. I was able to figure a little bit out by myself, but also acquired the knowledge through some help through my brothers. And what you need to understand is this. There's a whole system to the way that your city is built. Find out who built the city. Now, what do I mean by system? I mean, it's built on numbers, okay? There's a whole systematic plan, yes, for specific groups of people and specific people to understand the way it's zoned and mapped out just by looking at the numbers. They will be able to understand due to perhaps where they live. Because a lot of times where you live, you can actually see where the numbers lie by it's a zoning plan is what it is really. But some geniuses, shout out to the geniuses that were able to do this, because I think it's so brilliant. So, for example, when you're in a city, look up, okay? Keep your head up in a city. Everybody, what you'll see everybody doing is looking down. That's where you'll never figure out anything by looking down. If you keep your head up and you look up in cities, well, one, you'll see things up there that actually are saying things to you that nobody catches on to, because they're only for the people that are looking up, okay? Two, the numbers game in cities it's a lot different. It's a lot more intricate, but and detailed. My town, Jupiter, Florida. There's a whole numbers game to this system, baby. Oh, baby, it feels so good to be alive. When you figure out this number system, oh, it's hot out today. It's hot. When you figure out the number system and you understand, like, shout out to the Freemasons. Shout out to a lot of societies that did this like so perfectly, and so like honestly it's really quite a clever thing. And it's not for everybody to understand. It's not. Simply said, plain and simple. I have acquired some knowledge that it would take probably lifetimes for some people to figure out. Yeah, and I figured it out by my own. Well, some of it by myself. And not only that, it's funny because, like, I'm pretty young. I'm a pretty young man. And for me to obtain this knowledge at such a young age, I'm very proud of myself for. There's the clock. Don't forget the grandfather clock, too. It's by design. Everything is made by design in these areas. Everything you look at is made by design. The way the houses are built, everything from the sun coming up either from the front or the back of your, or the side to the sides of your house. It's all by design, but the numbers game, it's such a beautiful thing. So if you're able to, if you're really good with numbers, well, you got to be more than just good with numbers. You need to really understand the whole system behind it. Shout out to my brothers that made the system. Okay, it's a beautiful freaking system. It's so freaking brilliant. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's up for you to decide if I'm telling the truth. Maybe I just made up this whole story. You'll just never know, I guess. But if you want to be clued in, I can't really clue you in. I was just thought really to myself, I can't clue you in on this. My suggestion to you would just really just be pay attention when you're looking at the numbers. Pretend like it's a whole game, but even if you'd have to start off more than likely with a focal point to understand and to figure out anything as to what I'm talking about. But that focal point would really be taking a trip across the country. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you take that trip across the country, you look for the right things, you just might find it. Other than that, brothers and sisters, if you haven't subscribed to my channel by now, please do. And if you have any questions on this, I would be more than happy to answer them to the best of my ability. You have to understand there are a lot of things that I can and will not reveal on this because it's pretty complicated, and I'm sure there's a lot of politics to it as well. With that said, again, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. There's a little bit to the secret code to life. Brothers and sisters, I want to say peace be with you, also with you. Give my thanks and praises to God. I want to give my thanks and praises to everybody that watches my channel, and also my thanks and praises to the universe. My thanks and praises, and a big, huge shout out to my mentor. I want to say, mentor, I love you. I will dare not state your name because you're my mentor, and I love you, man. I love you so much. Y'all have a great day. Stay blessed. Oneness is the key. That's why I say in God we trust. In God we trust, brothers and sisters. Peace.